but over the final flight, Zarkandar just had the lead. They've got 150 yards to go, and up to the line, it is Zarkandar who is going to win the Triumph Hurdle. Neptune Gallant on the outside, bearing down, racing towards the line. Sunny Hellboy and Neptune Gallant in a head-bobbing, pulsating finish.
And it is Lammy Surge, not always the most straightforward, but boy, he's talented, and he wins the Betway Entry Hurdle. It is top-notch. Daryl Jacob loves this horse. It's easy to see why. It's top-notch. It's 2 Peterborough chases.
Flanders Ovo trying hard, but he isn't getting any closer. And it's the silver-coated King of Avon, Bristol de May, who regains his Betfair crown.
Champ in second place, trying to get back to him. So Raw, though, is holding him as they race to the line. So Raw and Daryl Jacob have won.
Well, as I say, he's really opened up for the cameras. It's a terrific hour-long documentary, Daryl Jacob Being a Jockey, and it's available from Friday on the ITV Hub. And Daryl joins me right now. Morning, Daryl.
Nick, how are you?
I'm extremely well, thank you very much. I would suggest to you that you might be a slightly unlikely film star, or not an unwilling film star, but an unlikely film star.
Yeah, it didn't. It kind of came out, obviously. It was a little bit strange the way it kind of came out, but obviously I'm sponsored by Sky Bet, and at the start of the year, I got a couple of nasty injuries, and you know, I broke my hand and stuff like that quite badly, and they kind of wanted to follow me around, and obviously with being a jockey, we tried to get back as quickly as we can, so they thought it'd be just sort of an interesting thing to do, and just sort of follow me around, follow my recovery, and to be honest with you, it's just taken off from there, really.
Did you enjoy it?
Pardon?
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, obviously Greg and Andrew that were doing it all. Yeah, I did actually. It's not me, but yeah, look, I really did. Yeah, it was great fun with the lads and doing it and seeing all the different you know, things, the way, you know, kind of making a film and making a documentary and making all them sort of things. It's very, very interesting actually, and yeah, I must admit I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah,
there was quite a lot I knew, obviously, but there was quite a lot I perhaps hadn't quite appreciated, and there were some quite moving moments for me during this documentary. One of which was your relationship with the late Kieran Kelly. We've spoken about it a little bit on this programme when you joined me, but the fact that he still is very much with you each and every day and with every ride you take, to the point where you actually have a picture of him tucked into the sun visor in your car. I found that very moving.
Yeah, like I say, obviously he's one of my best friends, and like I say, he looked after me. He took me under his wing when I was at the late days he uses, and like I say, you know, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. He was doing who organised me to come over to Richard Hannon's, and obviously with Richard, and from there it sort of it went on to, you know, obviously the boss, Robert and Sally Ulner. So like I say, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made the break over to England.
And it was those personal connections that I thought really came through the documentary, not just with Kieran, and it was a beautiful story you told about him, but also with Robert Ulner, and it was lovely to see Sally in the documentary. And I was talking about unlikely or slightly reluctant heroes of a movie. I can't imagine it's something Sally was desperate to do, but I thought she was brilliant. I thought she was kind of the star of the show in many respects.
Yeah, look, obviously she's a wonderful lady. You know, a massive part in my life since I've come over here, and you know, she's done it all. She's been there for me through the highs, the lows, the good, the bad times, everywhere. So you know, it's actually it was quite cool. I got to ride for her in a hunter chase during the week at Wincanton as well. So that was very emotional, very, very fun, and you know, it was great. And anything I can do with Sally and stuff like that, it's we just have such a connection, and it's, like I say, it's great fun being around her.
And you know, you're a very level character to deal with for us on a day-to-day basis, but you've often said that, you know, life wasn't dead straightforward earlier on, and that very much comes over in the film, and the extent to which really Sally was kind of had that combination of being motherly, putting her arm around you, but being quite tough on you at the same time to try and sort of motivate you in the right direction. It's a hard balance to strike, isn't it?
Yeah, like you say, it's, you know, I'm probably not the most straightforward a person. You know, sometimes you need the both angles, don't you? You need a stern scene, and also you need you know, like any professional or anybody in life, you know, sometimes you just need an arm around you to say, you know, it's going to be okay. Tomorrow's a new day, and like the boss always said, you know, tomorrow's another day. It's a new chapter. Turn over the page, and you got to go again. And like you say, sometimes you need that, and sometimes, you know, it's not just professional sportsmen. It's everybody in life. Sometimes you just need an arm around you to say it's okay, and you know, you can go and do it the next day. Like you say, tomorrow's another day.
When you were getting your instructions from Sally the other day for the Hunter Chase, did it take you back?
Oh, it was a magic day, I must admit. I really, really enjoyed it, and it was wonderful that she was there with me as well too. When I had the 5-timer at Wincanton as well, she was there with me the other day, and she received the picture of that, you know, Wincanton kindly gave me. So it was lovely to have her there to receive the photo with me as well. So it was a wonderful day at Wincanton the other day. Yeah.
There were loads of things that struck me in this documentary. I really found it very interesting. I think what the thread that all the way through it was your closeness to people along the journey. You know, a lot of top class sportsmen, a lot of sportsmen, they think of themselves as quite solitary figures, or they present themselves as quite solitary figures. That doesn't come through with you at all. That you thrive off and you feed off your relationships with other people. That's certainly what came through to me anyway.
Yeah, it's like you say, it's obviously different people have different ways, but you know, one thing I've always strived on, it's trust, and you know, trust is a massive part for me. And you know, if you can trust somebody and you can feed off somebody, and you believe in what they're trying to tell you and say to you, and they leave things to you to decide and make your own judgment on situations, not only on horses but in life. You know, but they're always there to, you know, if it did fall against you, they're there to pick up the pieces, or to help you pick up the pieces. And you know, the whole way through my life, I've been very, very lucky. I've been loved by so many people, and so many people have wanted what's best for me, and they've been there to support me. And like you say, it's, you know, some of the best relationships that I've had with, you know, trainers, owners, whatever. It's all been on a trust basis.
And a lovely relationship develops through the film between you and Anthony Bromley, who's obviously racing manager to Simon Munir and Isaac Swed, who you ride for. I almost got the sense leading up to last year's Cheltenham Festival and that sort of chapter of the film that Anthony wanted a win at the festival more for you than even he did for the owners.
Yeah, obviously Anthony's he's a brilliant man. He's a brilliant race manager. He's the brilliant man that I can just talk to on a daily basis whenever I need to chat to someone. You know, not just about horses, but you know, about life in general. He's been around a long way. He's a very, very professional man, but he's a very, very good man. And like you say, it's you know, it was a wonderful thing. You know, we didn't have the most straightforward of build-ups to the Cheltenham Festival last year. A lot of horses got just touched off, or they got beaten and stuff like that. So, you know, going into the festival last year, it probably wasn't, you know, the biggest confidence building situation. But I can assure you, the way he had me lined up for Cheltenham, you know, it was like as if I was going in there and I was after riding, you know, 10 straight big winners in a row. You know, he really had my confidence very, very high going into the festival last year. And you know, every horse that we had running at the Cheltenham Festival ran to their ability or ran above it, and I'm sure a lot of that is down to obviously Anthony, Simon and Isaac, with just keeping my confidence, keeping me high, keeping me positive. And like you say, that's what a true team does.
You're a senior statesman of this weighing room now, and that is really powerful testimony that sometimes, you know, however experienced you are, self-doubt is going to creep in, and you need an arm round your shoulder to say, you are good, you can do this. Do you think that's something that riders underestimate, and do you think it's something that newer, younger riders coming through need and should be more accepting of?
Look, me personally, I'm always, I've always sometimes, even when when I was riding horses at the start, I had self-doubt, self-belief. But like I say, I've been very, very lucky in the people that I've had throughout my life and throughout my career have kept me on a grounded but a very, very strong confidence, and always building the confidence into me. And I think it's especially, like you say, the relationships that I've had with trainers in the past, and obviously with Simon and Isaac now, and you can see the results that we are getting. It's confidence is massive, and I know for a fact out there, the top sportsmen, I speak into a lot of people, down through the line, through the years, that every top sportsman, whether you're a jockey, whether you're a footballer, whether you're a rugby player, it doesn't matter who you are. Your form can dip a little bit, and like you say, you need somebody around you that will give you the confidence booster that you need, that you can do it. Because even though you see us going out and riding horses every day of the week, you think we're on top of the world, but in racing there's a lot of highs, and there's even more so, there's more lows, because you can't go out there and win every race. Even though you want to go out there and win every race, you just won't ride a winner in every race. So you're thinking, have I done everything right here? Could I've done better to make my opportunity for the horses better? So confidence is a massive, massive key. And like you say, there's, we ride a lot more losers than we do winners. So, to keep the confidence high, it's something that I strongly believe that, every jockey needs somebody in there to keep their confidence very, very high.
And that nice arc through last year's Cheltenham Festival, which ended beautifully with Concertista winning the Mayor's Novice, but started with Kildesart going down agonisingly in the handicap chase on the first day. And there were some shots of your wife Kelly and your children watching at the time, and the kids were cheering you on, and it really struck me. She was totally unmoved, knowing just how much this was going to mean to you. You could, they were totally expressionless, but you kind of just knew what was going on inside, and probably her thinking, "Oh, please, 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 let this happen."
Yeah, she's obviously been there through a lot of the narrow defeats at the Cheltenham Festival. So, it was, she's a wonderful lady, and like you say, I'd be lost without her. And the kids, and they bring it all back to reality. But it would have been nice for them to be in there. For Kildesart to win, it wasn't to be. Look, he ran an absolute belting race, but unfortunately, he just wasn't quite good enough on the day. And it was a shame that they weren't there for Concertista, but it's lovely to have them whenever they do come racing. They don't come racing very often, but I must admit it is lovely to have Kelly and the kids there at the races whenever you are riding.
And tell me this, Daryl. I mean, we talked all about the movie, but who's going to win for you at Cheltenham this year?
Obviously, we've got some really nice horses again coming in. Obviously, Caribbean Boy, he won very nicely at Newbury at the start of the year. And things haven't gone. His next two races haven't been quite straightforward since then. But I worked him yesterday, and he seems in really, really good form again. I think he's back to where he was before he went to Newbury. So I'm very much excited about him running in a handicap, and also Fuser Raffles. He runs in the Marsh against obviously Envoy Allen. So it's going to be very difficult to beat him, but I know the horse is in a really, really good place at the moment.
Daryl, thanks so much for chatting to me, and I'm really looking forward to everybody being able to see the movie that comes out, I think, Friday on the ITV Hub.
Yeah, it's coming out on Friday on ITV Hub. So look, hopefully it'll be really well received, and hopefully people can just get a little insight into what we do, and the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs that jockeys go through, because like I say, it's not an easy lifestyle. There's a lot of mileage that we have to put in. There's a lot of hours in the car on your own, thinking about a lot of things. So it's look, hopefully people will receive it well, and it'll get out there.
Daryl, thanks so much for chatting to me.
Cheers. Thanks for being Nick.